Alright, hello there, and we are here with Problem Sleuth, an adventure about a hard-boiled detective in his office. The third MS Paint adventure, an absurd pastiche of adventure games and JRPG mechanics, all involving absolutely no detective work whatsoever. With its rampant escalation of chaos and the gradual inclusion of strikingly animated GIFs, Problem Sleuth proved to be MSPA's first major hit. Yep, before Homestuck. It's definitely very different. Like, the main thing about it is, like, Homestuck is much more of an actual cohesive story. And, Problem Suit definitely has stories. Its viewer interaction is the main gimmick of it. Like, the whole point of it is the suggestions trying to solve the puzzles like it's an actual game. Homestuck does have some shit like that. In fact, it's probably the whole reason for the inclusion of shit like capture cards and whatever, just to piss off the readers. It kind of that's not like the main focus of it anymore. Homestuck tries to have a much more sprawling narrative, and basically people have boiled it down to Problem Sleuth has weird puzzle shit, while Homestuck has weird plot shit. That's basically those are literally the fucking terms. And well, we're gonna start with Problem Sleuth. We have the adventure log here, but well, it's only gonna be the first page because it's basically just hiding pages we haven't gotten to. However, this does have an adventure map full of a bunch of shit. Like, just an idea of where this will end up going. Oh boy. But we're starting off with Chapter 1, Compensation Adequate. Chapter 2 starts at page 84, so that's where we should end this. But we just started with the title screen. Not sure what this is, but I'm sure we'll unlock it at some point. So yeah, that is the first and only page with sound in the entirety of Problem Sleuth. In fact, I'm pretty sure it was made like after the fact. I think it was made after the adventure actually ended. I'm not sure. Does it say? I don't think it does. But yeah. Also, we have author commentary. And this. Yeah. Alright. Let's just start reading. You are one of the top problem sleuths in the city. Solicitations for your service are numerous in quantity. Compensation adequate. It is a balmy summer evening. You're feeling particularly hard-boiled tonight. What will you do? And we have a little bit of author commentary, which runs throughout the entire comic, which is cool. It's not on every single page, but it's going to be on a majority of them. So, the title, Problem Sleuth, resulted from a quest to determine the best awkward and peculiar term for a detective imaginable. I ran a bunch of other possibilities by my friend, and she instantly greenlighted PS when I said it. Little did I know I would find a way to top that phrase when introducing the tall, skinny one a hundred pages later. Though his name probably wouldn't have been as good a title, admittedly. It's good, probably good to zoom in so it's more readable. I should have been doing that during Bard Quest and Jailbreak, honestly, but And of course, we should be getting news notifications so I don't have to check every single time. But quickly retrieve arms from safe. You've already got arms, numbnuts. The cat and mouse game with the player begins. The player usually tries to be clever and uses commands to veil terribly insightful criticisms like, I think you forgot to draw his arms. I return the favor by making it clear that nothing at all will work the way he wants it to. Damn, assuming the reader's a man. I'm not a man. How dare you? I'm the one who submitted this command in 2008 at the ripe age of 5 years old. How dare you? Wait. At the age of 4 years old. I wasn't 5 till June. Holy shit. Retrieve your gun. There are dames to be rescued. You're quite positive there's never been a gun in your office and never will be. Frankly, notion strikes you as reckless and foolhardy. Break through glass with fists to unlock door. Thud. Well, hold on. You don't know why you're assuming the office will be locked. You don't usually keep the door to your office locked. Nonetheless, a guy this hard-boiled doesn't go messing around with totally unmanly things like knobs. You said your meaty fist glass word. Thud. It seems there was never a glass element to the door. It was just a piece of paper taped to it. Take the piece of paper. The piece of paper was added to your inventory. Manhandle the doorknob. There are dames to be rescued. I guess I'll zoom out a little bit. The door's locked. Funny, you don't remember locking it. Call the royal locksmith. Oh yeah, there's the first thing. But alright. Again, we'll get those news posts as we go on. We should get notifications telling us to scroll down, so The most plainly obvious course of action is to call a locksmith. You examine the phone. While it appears to be hooked up to an active phone line, the rotary dial and receiver cord are both missing. You won't be talking to anyone on this phone. Check pockets and desk drawers for phone parts. Unfortunately, your desk has no drawers since it is a board resting on some cinder blocks with fox wood panel sliding. Your pocket, however, yields bountiful returns. You found some candy corn. I'm not sure what the joke was here, that he had candy corn in his pocket, or that his pocket was shown to be distinguishable from an ordinary inventory slot for no very good reason. Why are there 2 of these? Hold on. Hold on a second. There shouldn't be 2 things there. I do think that while I have author commentary here as a mod, I think it becomes a thing you can actually unlock later. Yeah. Like, I think you unlock the ability to have author commentary once you finish this, but I'm not seeing it anywhere. I want to have new reader remote on, though, so I just installed, where the fuck is it? Where is it? Yeah. Homestuck commentary. I don't know why there's an extra thing, though. It's weird. It's not the end of the world, it's just interesting. Alright, anyway. Get key. You pick up the gun. The grip is cold against your palm. This is your only friend in the world right now. It's gonna be a long night. Long equals 1 year. True. People tend to mistake the key/gun swapping pattern for a game glitch, whereas I actually viewed it as more of a game feature. Store candy corn in safe. Thinking the precious cargo may not be secure in your pocket, you explore alternatives, but you don't know the combination to the safe. You figure it's probably hidden somewhere in your office. Check the other side of the paper. You have decided to examine piece of paper. Oh wait, you have nothing? Eureka! You've discovered a sequence of numerals. Open safe. You use sequence of numerals on the safe. The safe doesn't seem to work. It appears to be a replica of a safe's facade, concealing something beneath it on the wall. There's a painting of a clown underneath the safe cover. Look under the fake wood paneling of the desk. There's a flask of whiskey under the desk. Get ye flask. You pick up the flask of whiskey. I had no idea the command "get you flask" was a reference to Homestar Runner until many months after I had drawn that page. I need to actually get into Homestar Runner. It's something I've been interested in for a long time. I've seen tons of clips of it. I just haven't looked at it yet. Jeez. Drink the whiskey and remember the good old days. How do you expect to drink from the flask of whiskey when it is not in your jacket pocket? This was the only instance of this limitation on inventory use. I don't think the flask ever had to be in his pocket to be used thereafter, nor was an item ever mistakenly used as a weapon like this. Just one of many instances of a system introduced and then whimsically discarded or forgotten on account of PS being a rather silly piece of literature. True. Jeez. Exchange gun for whiskey, then drink. You swap the key for the flask of whiskey, and wield it accordingly. Ow! You topple backwards onto your desk. Use the key on the door and open it. You re-equip your gun so you can blow a hole in the lock to open the door. It looks like your gun only has one bullet left. Are you sure you want to use it in this way? You might need it in case you have to off yourself later. Check what is taped to the bottom of the phone. As you stoop to look at the bottom of the phone, your finger slips and you blow the lock off the door. I might as well reset Zoom just to be safe. Never mind what's under the phone. It's a business card for Bust Us, probably a brothel considering the lame double entendre slogan and the phone number, which, if turned upside down, spells boobies. The fact that this number spells boobies when inverted would have made good material for these annotations, but it looks like I went ahead and pointed out in the text under the image. Why let a good joke go unnoticed when you can spell it out through laborious exposition? So true. Take card. You put the Bust Us card in your inventory. You also put the phone upright and back on its hook to make sure you don't miss any important calls from would-be clients. Walk out of room through the now unlocked door. I did not mean... Okay. The door still will not open. It appears that it was never locked in the first place. Something must be obstructing its path. Look through the newly made hole in the door. No wonder the door won't open. Blocking it is an enormous and magnificent bust of Ben Stiller in his role as Starsky in the 2004 Retromania comedy remake of Starsky and Hutch. Lying on the floor appears to be an unfortunate bystander, an employee at Bust Us. He was polishing the bust right in front of the door of your door for some reason. Take the bust sunglasses. You can't reach them! In any case, they are probably just a part of the statue, not actual sunglasses. You spend the next half hour trying to reach them. The Stiller shades, of course, turn out to be a critical plot element much later in the story, and as any particular astute reader would automatically suspect. Not for a while, though. I hope you don't mind reading 1,000 pages to find out, or waiting for additional books to be printed, for that matter. Take a closer look at the mysterious clown picture. The painting is exquisite. There is something funny about his eyes, though. Light seems to be shining through from the other side. Look through the eyes of the clown. It's too bright in this room to see anything in there. You do think you can hear a voice, though. You can't tell what it's saying. If he didn't have stick figure hands, he'd probably be able to cup them around his eyes to block out the lights. True. There was cinder block at the door. Doesn't it show him trying to do that at some point? I don't remember. And I don't remember if it actually works either. I think it happens at some point, but we'll see. You're just so angry about not being able to reach those sunglasses, you're about to lose it. You first consolidate all the scrap wood into a neat pile, then hoist the block towards the door. Sounds like something was knocked loose on the other side. Peer out the window to see what floor you're on. You face east in the room to look out the window. Bright daylight floods the room through the glass. You've always been a stickler for natural light. This is the only source of light in the room. What makes this particularly strange is the fact that it is 10 o'clock in the evening. Is it humorously affected that I didn't bother making mention of the ludicrous mural that became visible with this vantage? I think so. So much so that I won't even bother mentioning it in this annotation either. Take a look outside. It's the view from your third floor office. You gaze abstractly at the commotion from below. Same scene, same faces every day. It's like it hardly ever changes. Not that you can afford to pay much attention to the scenery, with your mind wrapped around the latest problem to Sleuth, and your lips around your flask. Ask the movers of the moving van to remove Starsky statue. You shout towards the moving truck, hoping someone might be willing to bust your problem, so to speak. You do your best pantomime of Ben Stiller as a Starsky statue, but it doesn't seem like anyone can see or hear you. Throw Cinderblock at window, thereby discovering it is fake. You think you have a pretty good idea about how your office works by now. Acting upon this hunch, you hoist another Cinderblock glassward. At this stage of the story, there is one and only one rule. The user is always wrong. So, of course, he cannot guess correctly that the window is fake. And yet, the window can't exactly be real either. We will see how this conflict is reconciled shortly. Look. Pick up shards of glass and put it in your inventory. No clues too trivial for the keen problem sleuth. Your motto is let no inventory go uncluttered. What's that? What's that? There's something in the air. What's that? It's getting everywhere. You catch a glimpse of the reflection in the glass. It's the wall behind you. Ah, hell no. Turn around. Now facing south, you pause to marvel at the beauty of your office wall mural celebrating ethnic diversity. You had it commissioned some time ago by a promising young artist. Best 11,000 you ever spent. Shortly before finishing PS, I discovered this mural was actually located about 15 minutes away from where I lived. Needless to say, I went there and basked in its majesty, much like making a pilgrimage to a sacred monument. The parking meters there give you a sense of its scale, as well as a sense of the creative rigors I apply to this process. Read the note under the coffee. Madame Mural, bring Wallium fantasies to life. It appears to be another business card. At a glance, one might think it was a calling card for a lady of the night named Muriel with a typo in her name, given the poor spelling exhibited elsewhere. But on closer inspection, it is more likely a misspelling for mural, given the smudged-out pun about walls. The suggestion the phone number is probably regarding the old coat of paint rather than anyone's clothes. It's an easy enough mistake to make, though. You feel sorry for anyone who, at any point in the past, may have called while under the wrong impression. I'd feel sorry for the employees, really. Using the chair, cinder blocks, and paneling, make a fort. You stash the Madame Mural card in your inventory and set about making a really cool fort in your office. It's complete with a front step and a chimney. You are really proud of your craftsmanship. Use your imagination to play make-believe. Inside your fort, you are only found by the walls of your imagination and several small pieces of particle board. I know whenever I daydream, I put my fingers to my temples as if channeling disembodied spirits or attempting to explode the heads of my enemies. Fantasize. This is what being a hard-boiled problem sleuth is all about. It's about being a strong, silent type, oozing with confidence, charisma, and other fine qualities such as not being trapped in your own office. It's about having a working phone, a real desk, not one but 2 steak dinners, and some hysterical broad online, yakking about some fellow she's got trouble with. It's always the same thing with dames. You comfort yourself in your sublime fantasy by now and then saying things into the phone such as, "Now calm down a second, Toots," and, "Hey, take it easy, sweetheart, I can barely understand a word you're saying." Ring, ring. Your call is rudely interrupted by a ringing noise. It can't be the phone because you're already on it. The desk blotter, I gather, is more for absorbing steak juice than ink. Oh boy. Ring, ring. Something is ringing in your office. Check it out. Please note the compass remaining in the corner. The fact that we are facing north is absolutely critical. Wait, no it's not. Answer the phone in a very hard-boiled way. You pick up the phone and mutter some impatient greetings into the useless receiver. There's no response. Looks like you just lost another client to technical difficulties. Throw the devil phone out the window. You are fed up with your shitty phone. It has screwed you out of a case for the last time. Fucking read out the window. Of course. Go look. You're probably going to need to get that back somehow. Well, crack open window. Even though the window is broken, you decide to open it. You slide the lower pane upwards, but the whole window frame seems to slip from its anchored position. The window comes off the wall altogether. On closer examination, it seemed to be a false window with a picture inside it. The picture is lit from within, sort of like a sophisticated light box. Put window down. The window/light box is plugged into the wall behind it. The false window is concealed in a large safe. You'll be hard-pressed to find another detective who is as routinely surprised by the way his office works. I mean, at least it's explained why he is like a good bit later. Like, not much later, just like about the point he finally escapes his office, like fully escapes it, I mean. Place false window in inventory. The false window is way too big to carry around, stupid. But you did find a curtain rod just under the top edge. You never did get around to putting up drapes. Then again, it never did make much sense to cover up the only source of light in your office. You put the curtain rod in your inventory. Use numbers from sheet of paper to open the safe. You examine the heavy-duty safe. You must be keeping some serious loot in here. Enter the combination. You enter the sequence of numerals from the piece of paper. The combination works. However, instead of opening the safe, the dial has simply popped open to reveal a keyhole. It looks like it requires a key that looks more like a house key or a car key rather than one of those old-fashioned looking keys which tend to be littered all over video games and which you're quite sure you've never once seen lying around in your office. You don't need this piece of paper anymore. Crumple it up and throw it away. Oh, wait. Is it ironic that an especially complicated safe presently serves as the most convenient escape route from his office? Maybe not in this game. Crumple it up and throw it away. You discarded the piece of paper. Shoot safe. Your key is out of bullets! I love the fucking re-rendition of the panel with just the key instead of the gun. Get cinder block and phone receiver out of false window. It's a long way down. You had to think of a way to reel them in if you want them back. Unplug the window to conserve electricity. You unplug the false window, which is probably burning through electricity with its powerful fluorescent bulbs and strange spatial warping properties. You're not made of money. The room goes dark. He theoretically would have more money for his electric bill if he didn't have so many clients to it. If he didn't lose so many clients to a dysfunctional phone and blow so much cash on elaborate ethnic murals. Look through the eyes of the clown. With the room darkened, you should now be able to see through the painting. Gadzooks! It's another urban mural. This one is particularly unpleasant. You have a feeling it might have been placed there just to annoy you. You hear a voice from the other side. It's hard to tell what it's saying, but you think you can make out the words toots and sweetheart now and then. It's hard to tell how far away the mural is. The clown's eyes are so close together you can only see through one at a time, limiting your depth perception. You wonder what kind of freak this painting was made for. If only you had some sort of thin, extendable implement to poke through the hole to tell how far away it is. Ninjas, corn, ghostly banditos, and urban hope. Together at... well, together. Push the curtain rod through one of the clown's eye holes. You feel the curtain rod bump into something not too far into the wall. Get a look at the unobstructed view. Is the adjacent office. The man at a desk is talking to a client about some sort of problem which requires sleuthing. Is your loathsome arch nemesis Ace Dick. He is always scooping you on the best cases. That portly son of a bitch makes your blood boil. Shout insults at Ace Dick through the clown painting. You shout, but he cannot hear you. The walls may be too thick, or he is just engrossed in his conversation. It sounds like he is arguing over a misunderstanding about the nature of the services provided by Buster Us and an alarmingly large bill for those services. In the darkness, you stub your toe on the false safe cover. You utter more profanity. I think the implication is that A-Stick has had several miscommunications with the Buster Us service. The first one resulted in the delivery of these fine busts, while the second probably involved having an employee remove the Starsky head and place it in front of PS's door for polishing. I'm not totally sure, though, and I really can't claim to be an authority on what actually transpired. I fucking hate the running, there's just a running gag in the author commentary of Andrew Hussey just pretending he can't, say anything happened definitively if it wasn't in the comic. And I think the only times he ever breaks that fucking facade is for like the most stupidest fucking things. God, it's been a while since I've read the author commentary, really, especially for Problem Sleuth. But yeah, plug the damn window back in. Inflate electric bills or not, you're getting sick of stubbing your toe on things. Drop kick the door. The door bears the brunt of the bottled up shitstorm brewing within. Fucking awesome. I love how shitty those are. Examine aftermath of shitstorm. The key, which you can't actually see and don't actually know is there, jingled a bit. You have to throw it something heavier against the door if you want to knock it loose. Throw cinder block at the door. You take the cinder block, which was formerly your forest front step. You decide you could stand apart with it since you've been stubbing your toe on it constantly since you built it. Clunk! The key still won't jingle loose. It looks like it will need to throw an even heavier object at the door. Dummy commands like clunk were pretty common until I finally broke down and invented a far less inspired catch-all. Next. Check out what's on the fault safe. Since Ace seems so intent on being able to see into your office, it looks like you put up something for him to look at. Fuck you, Ace. More like Ace retard in another little code. Notice how PS calls into question the legitimacy of 80s credentials via the scalding use of quotation marks. Damn. True warfare. Take the note. You stash the note to a stick. Investigate coffee machine looking object in the corner. It appears to be some kind of heating unit to keep the coffee hot. It looks heavy. Pick it up. It is quite heavy, and hot. You contemplate throwing it out the door, but something occurs to you. First, you don't want to knock the keys on the floor and not be able to reach them, Maria the Sunglasses fiasco. You better be prepared to catch them in something after you throw it. Use hat as a key net, then throw coffee maker. You resolve to catch the key with your hat. You'll let the ponderous appliance fly. Doorward. Catch the key. With quick reflexes, you shove your hat through the hole in time to rescue the key. That's extremely impressive, I think. I don't fucking know how my man would do that, but whoa. Pull hat back in. You got the safe key, and you can't think of a safer place for it than where it is now. Playback message on the reel-to-reel. So should I strip first? Yes, you will understrip thoroughly before I provide my service. Okay, I'm stripping now. You keep the hidden recording device in your office to record anything said that might be incriminating. Unfortunately, the only incriminating statements it recorded were likely made by yourself. Now that I think about it, a muralist would have to be pretty demanding this if they strip your walls thoroughly yourself before they start painting. Swap the safe key with the candy corn. Your prized confections will be safer here. The recording tape begins to unspool while you're preoccupied. Pee through the clown eyes into Ace Dick's office. You remember you're pissed off at Ace Dick, and in addition to which, you haven't been able to pee once in the 13 and a half hours you've been locked in your office. You decide to enact revenge by unleashing a torrent of urine through one of the painting holes, preferably while he is spying on you. Unfortunately, your aim isn't that good, and you don't even come close to getting pee through the holes. The painting is now a smelly mess. Use the key on the safe. You unlock the safe with a safe key. The safe opens to reveal a hidden room. You don't need the safe key anymore, so you discard it. Wrap yourself in recording tape like a mummy. Ooh, news post. Wow, what a fucking waste of time. Honestly, really good timing for a news post. The mummy command was actually my own command. I slipped into the story to see if anyone would notice that I didn't get it from the suggestion box. No one did. Like the news post is technically from the next day, so it's not down here yet. Damn. I could go to the fucking news thing and read it, but I mean, hey, this is the end of the chapter. We'll just read the news post next time, because this is a wonderful time to end this. I'm gonna try shooting for 5 chapters today. Not that that'll impact the upload schedule in any way whatsoever. So yeah. But yeah, thank you for watching. Well, I expected it to be longer, but see you in the next one. Haha. Bye bye.